Hey guys, Dr. Seth here from Great Works Chiropractic. For today's episode of educational content, I'm going to don my conspiratorial tinfoil hat. I'm probably going to go against conventional wisdom a little bit, and that's probably going to be to your benefit because from what I can see, the way that things have been going health-wise in the past decade or so of practice, conventional wisdom just might kill you. So I brought along a couple of good friends, this guy and this guy, just to help illustrate a couple of points, okay? We're going to talk about a couple of really dangerous things in our world, and I'm certainly not going to cover an extensive array of stuff here, but just 5 key things that I think are gonna help make you a little bit more of a wary consumer and maybe someone who's a little bit better at protecting your own health from the commercial interests who maybe don't care about you all that much, or what happens to you after using their product. What a shocker, right? So the first thing that I'm going to talk about is the term side effects. Okay, I think this falls under the term of euphemism. Euphemism meaning sounds good, right? But I'm going to call that. Why? Because some marketing genius thought up that to put side in front of effects, and oh look, it's a side effect. It's no big deal. It's something that might happen, but don't pay any attention to that. We don't, this is what you're going to get, right? You're going to be running across a sunny field with your daughter swinging on a swing, and everything's going to be sunshine and daisies. The truth is, side effects are really just effects that the mega corporations who don't care about you want to downplay. Super bummer. Pay attention to those. They are highly likely to happen to you, and some of them are really not nice. Okay, I'm not going to get into statistics, and I'm not here to be even anti-medicine, but I think that we have a really dangerous, a potentially dangerous tool in our healthcare arsenal that I think we all really need to be much more aware consumers before we start putting a whole host of artificial and maybe even minimally tested chemicals into our bodies, because the consequences can be severe. That was my attempt at a Dumbledore. Okay, the next thing that I'm going to talk about is the term all natural. I'm going to try to avoid using air quotes because I just don't really like that finger motion. But once again, okay, I'm going to say that's not so much a euphemism as at least a little white lie. It's completely unregulated as a term, and I bought many an all-natural product that contained ingredients that I couldn't pronounce. Somehow that doesn't strike me as all natural. So how do they get away with saying it? Because it's not regulated like the terms organic or anything else. So basically when you see those terms, you're probably seeing that someone wants to make a little extra money at your expense, without really doing anything, meaningful. If you really want something that you and I would really practically consider all natural, go down the street to your farmer's market, go to your local farm store, go somewhere, where you can actually see the face of the person that made this thing, and you're gonna be really rocking and rolling. Okay, but if it's in a package and it says all natural, sorry. Okay. Okay. The next thing that I wanted to talk about is that there is another euphemism, another form of. Okay. Sugar exists in many names, but one of the things that I think can easily slip under your radar is the term evaporated cane syrup. Okay, you know what that is? Well, sugar is made from sugar cane. Cane syrup is made from sugar. You evaporate that cane syrup, and guess what you get? You get sugar. Also, what else? Maize syrup. Maize being corn. They're trying to hide the fact that it's corn syrup. Learn all the different names of sugar, added sugar, and learn to find it in your food products. Because boy, if I had one Christmas wish for you, and it could come true, right? It would be that you would eliminate any and all added sugar from your diet. Boy, you would just be cooking with gas if you could manage to do that. Humans, for a very, very short period of time, have had any access to added sugar whatsoever. Never mind improved super sweet varieties of fruit, corn, etc. We don't need to be trying to be conscious consumers and have sugar hiding in things that's just slipping us by. Not cool, considering how damaging it can be to your physiology and what it can do to your insulin system, to your liver, and ultimately to your heart and your overall health. Not a good thing. The next thing that, this is actually a true thing, so I can't hold up my friends here, but I want to touch a little bit on unpronounceable ingredients. I think that the big corporations, use terms like, methylparaben, inositol number 80, or, I just made that up. I don't even know what it is. But, you see it, typically at the end of ingredients lists on personal care products, on food, all that kind of stuff. Chances are, if you can't pronounce it, that means someone had to create it in a lab, and human beings' bodies never encountered it naturally in history until probably within the last, I would say, 50 years or so. So if it's that brand new, who knows what it's doing to us? There's a lot of research already coming out about food dyes, about preservatives, about additives, about all kinds of things that we're manufacturing that that are basically basically toxic to us. And I mean, gosh, toxic. There's another euphemism right there. What is a toxin but a poison? I think if we try to see through to the ugly truth of things, and try not to mince any words, at least when we're talking to ourselves and we're thinking about the health of ourselves and our families, see through the euphemisms, see through the little white lies, or maybe not so little white lies. Maybe we'll be doing a whole lot better, and maybe we wouldn't be wasting some 25% of our GDP on propping up the chronically ill that we're creating through our lifestyles and allowing the lies that slip underneath our radar every single day to get away with it, right? The last thing that I want to get touch on is any and all version of any type of corporation that has a CEO and in a public stock using any version of the phrase "we care." Sorry, you guys got to watch out for yourselves. The truth is, any giant business, with someone who's paid to make shareholders money, does not care about you one iota, not at all. You need to watch out. Learn about the things that could be contained in the products you wear, the personal care products you put in your body, the food that you put into yourself and your children, and how it might be harmful. Boy, there's a whole lot of it out there. And so many of us are ending up sick, and we're wondering why. We didn't have these problems until very recently. It's not any one thing, it's all these things. It's a big, long, scary, disappointing, difficult educational process to put yourself through. But I promise you it's worth it. If you wade through this and learn to find yourself the truth so that you can get the most vibrant, healthy life that you were born deserving, that's your birthright, that's basically all you ever really have the opportunity to have in this world. Then you're going to be rocking and rolling. So I hope I maybe helped open your eyes, or at least you got to laugh at me in this silly hat. But I just wanted to kind of get your mind rolling about the fact that we're really surrounded by a lot of half-truths, euphemisms, and things that are basically dangerous and deleterious to our health. And nobody's going to see through this except you. Ultimately it just comes down to you. So start researching the words that you don't understand on labels. Start looking past the spurious claims of big businesses that just want to take your money and put their second-rate products into your body. And just maybe you'll have a fighting chance to be as healthy as your great grandparents were. That's my best hope for you. Over and out.